I'm going to be talking about how to go from morbidly obese to morbidly obese. How to go from fat to being kind of aesthetic. I'm going to give you fat guys advice on how to lose weight, the right way to do it, what I did that was wrong, what I could have done that was right. The number one thing to do is obviously go to the gym, and that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to vlog the gym session, everything as normal. I'm going to sit down with you guys and talk about tips and all that stuff on how you need to lose weight, all that stuff. So yeah, we're going to go prepare now. We're going to eat. I'm taking a cold shower. I'm freezing my nutsack off, you know, and now get the pre-workout ready, all that stuff. And I'm going to talk to you guys in the car. So today we are benching. I think I'm going to be doing 120 kilograms for 2, which you guys are going to see me attempt, and I'm going to fail. Well, I don't know. I've been putting this 120 for 2 off for a while. I haven't been gaining strength, and it feels like I've got it weakened. So I've been kind of a pussy when it comes to doing 120 for 2. If I get it, the best thing that could happen would be just do 120 for 1. But if I can do it for 2, that means I can try and attempt 125, which would be pretty sick, because that's 5 kilograms closer to 140, because I am bulking to 140. So I have been getting weaker on this mini cut, which is supposed to. On Monday, I am resuming the bulk back to 5,000 calories. I should get a bit more strength there. I don't know what month I'll hit this 140. It's gonna be a while, it feels like, at this point. My plan originally was another 2 months, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. I'm taking some electrolytes today. So a little bit more on how to go from a Discord mod to a fucking Spartan warrior is basically, it's mainly just the gym and of course your daily life. You know, sometimes the gym isn't enough. Sometimes you gotta just change more about your life. You can't play video games in moderation. You can do everything, a lot of things in moderation. Like with me, you know, I used to play video games all day, all the time. Nowadays, you know, I barely play anymore. I still want to play sometimes, but I mean, it's not very good for me right now. Because, you know, I need to get productivity done. I need to make these videos. I need to make the YouTube shorts. I need to make TikToks. I'm going to fucking track my meals, all that stuff. So where am I actually getting at? What I'm getting at, the gym isn't enough. You know, you got to change other things about in your life. Your productivity, you know, stuff like your sleep. You can't be lazy. How much time you spend on your phone. How much time you have in sunlight, how much time you spend in nature. And that's kind of what the gym improves, because once you start improving in the gym, you know, I hear a lot about, you know, people say, oh, you know, when you get into the gym, you know, you start all these programming, it improves the rest of your life. Sometimes that isn't the case for some people. Some people are still losers after they, you know, bench fucking 405 or some bullshit. For me, it's improved my life quite a lot, you know. It's improved my confidence, improved my work ethic, you know, all that stuff. And I think I've just improved as an individual with the gym, not just getting jacked, becoming more than that. And I think that's why the gym is actually just so powerful. Only things that the gym has worsened is, you know, the time I spend playing video games, watching TV, you know, junk food, all that stuff. That's the only thing. It's looks like there's not that many. Oh fuck, there's a lot of people here today. It's so weird, because you'd think coming here in like the middle of the day on a weekday there wouldn't be that many people, because most people come here after work or before work. Anyway, I'm gonna drink my electrolytes now, drink my pre. The last video was long. I talked a lot, but it was very mumble jumble, you know. I was all over the place. I was saying this thing, I was saying that thing. What are you talking about, Doug? You know, that's what I was thinking the whole time, editing that shit. But yeah, today hopefully I speak some more wisdom. But yeah, drinking this pre-workout as always is pretty good. You guys ever get that feeling, like, you know, I get to the gym and then I'm like, I feel weird. I feel like all jittery and shit. Oh, gee! I have to bench 120 for 2. How the fuck am I gonna do that? No. You know, imagine not taking a pre-workout and going to the gym. You know, you get to the gym, I'm going to go lift weights now. Start of the car, lift some weights, gets a minor pump, goes home. It's kind of a sad gym life, dude, not gonna lie. You know, if I'm cutting off 10 years of my life, at least I'm getting it with a better pump. For some reason, I remember beta-alanine, the ingredient that makes you itch. I remember it making your asshole itch. It doesn't happen anymore. But why did I used to think that? I used to explain to people, dude, yeah, there's beta-alanine that makes your asshole. Ah! I don't say that shit anymore, because it doesn't happen. I remember my friend coming to the gym, and he was trying to say, he's like, guys, scratch shit gets you if you've never had it before. I'm used to it now. I think. I don't understand some people who just leave like a little bit of flipping shit at the bottom of the shake, whether it's a protein shake, whether it's a fucking pre-workout. You 5 people, I keep saying you guys, but I mean, it's probably my other friend, my girlfriend, I guess. Maybe there's some other people. Hopefully. Oh, man, it's just people entering the gym, dude. Leave me the fuck alone. I've drank a lot of pre. Then we're gonna go lift. We're gonna try 120 for 2. Last time I benched was I was with my friend at the other gym, and so the benches were really low, so my ass was moving up and down the most it has ever in my life. And the bars were really thick. I had to grab it like this, you know. I'm used to grabbing it more like this, you know what I mean? So today we should be able to push some more heavy ass weight. Hopefully the fucking resistance bands are there like they're supposed to be. Anyway, I'll see you guys there. Post-workout, I'm having one of these things. They have a lot of sugar, but I mean 21 grams protein, and I mean it is milk protein. Milk protein is pretty high quality. Overall session, I mean, probably did a good edit. I forgot to record some of my sets, because you'll see in the footage I did tricep extensions with a rope, but I actually did tricep push downs with the bar before that, and I forgot to record because I was just in the mindset, you know. I worked up all the way to 120, did 2 sets of 120. I mean 2 reps. Did 2 reps of 120, which is really good. If you check my form was actually on par, you know, besides my fucking arms. I don't know why, but my arms, I go here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep form, then I go like this. I don't know what. The back of set, I did, how many reps of 80? I mean 100?
8? No, 7.
I think I've gotten stronger even though I'm cutting. I got to the bathroom, I flexed, and I looked awful. I don't know why, but it looks like my chest, when I did a side chest, it looks like my chest has like gone from here to there. It's awful. I don't know why. I look pretty shit today. I don't know. I thought about it. Should I go and like extend the mini cut for longer or go harder on it? And then I thought, you know what? I'm kind of being a pussy. I need to bulk. I need to gain strength. So I don't know. I think I'll keep the calories at 3,000. If I lose strength, then I'll up it. But if I don't, then, you know, I'll keep it there to not gain too much fat. But yeah, I think taking more rest, unfortunately, is making me stronger. I don't like it. I like training chest every 3 days. Now that I've been taking every 4 days, you know, my strength has started to increase again. So I'm gonna have to stick to that, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to more tips on the topic of today's video. I was supposed to film in my room, but there were some fucking dogs just barking the fucking shit out. We're in my car now, which is more isolated in terms of sound. What I want to talk about is how to go from fat to aesthetic, because it's harder for fat guys, basically. Because I think personally it's harder for a skinny guy to bulk to a certain weight than it is for a fat dude to lose weight, because, you know, with the food we have, you know, if you get the right food, you can like lose weight pretty easily. You know, getting shredded, that's a different story, but for a skinny guy to bulk, you know, sometimes it is very difficult, and it's not very healthy to just down empty calories of liquid. People will probably look at me like, what the fuck is this oak doing sitting in a car talking to himself? It's fine, I don't care. The different types of body types I want to discuss is the first one, which is you pretty fat, you know, you're ugly fat. You want to go from that to being like muscular and pretty lean, you know, and you can and have visible abs. Then the second one is you have a lot of muscle, but let's say, you know, you're skinny fat to an extent, you don't look lean, and you can't be lean without starving yourself properly. I won't really be covering going from absolutely obese, like, you know, to the point where you're gonna die, to aesthetic, because that's a whole different story. You know, there's stuff to do with so much loose skin that you need surgery basically. Because the thing is, in the fitness industry, you know, the big players all used to be skinny. You know, there's rarely guys that used to be fat that went to pretty aesthetic. I mean, one I can think of off the top of my head is probably Will Tennyson. It's difficult for fat guys to get to that absolute shredded V-taper. Most fat guys will actually just have a wider waist, and yeah, not impossible, but it's difficult. Most fat guys in the industry probably they post themselves before where they were fat, and then they post themselves now where they got so much of a better physique. They're not completely shredded, but they look so much better, and then they fall off, and then nothing happens after that. I'm gonna give myself as an example. You know, I started out, I was 105 kilograms, you know, been fat like my whole life. And it was, you know, I didn't know how to lose weight, and then I lost weight, but I lost a lot of weight. My metabolism was fucked because of my sport I was doing. I was burning like 1,000 calories each session, and I didn't get into the gym that much. I didn't have that much time, and I was eating like no calories, and I wasn't tracking protein, stuff like that. This was like almost 2 years ago, which is obviously the industry's different, and the information, everyone knows that you must track calories now. Everyone knows you must track protein. But I basically lost all the weight and kept dropping my calories. I think the lowest I ever went to was 1,200, which is Olympia bodybuilding 1 week out calories, you know. And I saw no visible abs. The most I saw was maybe my rib cage. And I was very small. I was benching like 70 kilograms maybe. Then I went on a bulk because I had enough, and I thought, you know what, I have to bulk. And what I did during that bulk is I trained a lot. Obviously, I trained pretty much bodybuilding besides, you know, doing bench, squat, and I suppose a little bit of deadlift. I got noticeably bigger to the point where I actually had a good looking body, that I didn't look skinny, and, you know, I could pose right and I looked decent. And then after that bulk, I leaned down and I was a lot more shredded than I was when I first cut, even though I was heavier. And in the right lighting, I could see abs, and that's because I trained abs. I didn't train them properly, but I trained them. So we're going to start off with going from fat to shredded. Not completely fat, you know, chubby, whatever. You don't really look that good, and you don't have any muscle. So the first thing you want to do is you don't want to cut. If you starve yourself when you get into the gym, you are not going to make as much progress as you wanted. Go on a BMR calculator, check your body fat, and eat your maintenance calories with a lot of protein. This way you're not really going to lose weight. You're going to gain as much muscle as possible, and you're not going to gain any fat. And once you've gained enough muscle mass, when you feel the time is right, go on a cut. And the type of training you should do is up to the person, whether you want to do powerlifting, bodybuilding. Make sure your abs are trained, whether it's due to your core being braced in squat or deadlift, or do some exercises with machines. Don't do body weight, because body weight, you know, you're doing like 30 reps. It's kind of bullshit. When you do the machines, treat your abs like you would with your chest, your biceps, anything. Train the different parts and just train them hard. My top 3 for right now is cable crunches, leg raises, and a oblique crunch. Once you're on your calorie deficit, just train the same way as you were training. Make sure you're eating about 200 calories less than your maintenance. You got to keep tracking your weight every day. Make sure you're not going up. Make sure you're not going down. If you're not going down, then cut your calories some more. Maybe 300, maybe 400. And in terms of cardio, you can do whatever cardio you like. Preferably one that's easy, that you can do every day, that you don't have to be like, oh my fuck, I can't do this shit. I preferably do walking or cycling. Preferably not walking on a treadmill, as walking on a treadmill, you know, you just fucking, you're staring at the same scenery, unless you're like playing Clash Royale, some bullshit on your phone. I just prefer walking, you know, around like my neighborhood and shit like that. You know, I'm outside, get sunlight, all that shit. Now, you can bulk, but, you know, it can be difficult because you're going to put on fat a lot easier than you would lose fat. So while you will gain more muscle, you know, it's going to be a harder process on your mind, and it will also be a harder process to lose that fat in the future. And you will gain more muscle than you would, let's say, if you were keeping it maintenance calories. But of course, you will get more fat. It's up to you whether you want to gain more fat and have built more muscle in your newbie gains, stay the same body fat, and build less muscle in your newbie gains. Now, for people who are skinny fat, they maybe don't have abs, they've built a decent amount of muscle, you're going to need a bulk. Unfortunately, As a fat guy, it's fucking difficult to bulk, but you gotta do it. It is the easiest way to gain tons of mass. Now you could main gain, stay maintenance calories, you know, train these. It's not gonna be fast gains, especially when you already like a year, 2 years into the lifting process. And because you used to be fat, you know, I found it's actually easier to bulk, and you'll fucking gain a fuck ton of muscle, strength, whatever. So if you're skinny fat, you're gonna need to bulk up, train your abs, and then once you're big enough, cut down, and you'll start to see ab progress. Now maybe you're happy where you are. Maybe you don't really desire to have abs or whatever. You just like staying in the body fat you are, or you just want to shred down. You don't want to be fat anymore. And maybe you just don't want to get fatter, even if it leads to a lot more muscle growth. Now, you might be saying that now, but maybe in the future you'll look back and be like, wow, I wish I did that. For me, I wish I didn't starve myself at the beginning of my lifting journey, because I could have made a lot more gains than I would have. Now, I didn't go into the specifics of, you know, tracking your calories, tracking your protein, how to do all that. There are tons of videos now because the fitness industry has gotten so big. There's tons of videos on how to do that stuff, and, you know, it's pretty easy to get to know it. And while it isn't common knowledge, and a lot of people still think, oh, to lose weight I need to cut carbs or do some bullshit like that, but I don't have any videos on how to cut anything like that. It's kind of common knowledge within the fitness community, and there's a lot of videos out there. So this concludes the how to go from pretty fat to aesthetic, basically. I don't say shredded because, you know, it's not completely possible for everyone. Some people might have like wider waist, they may have this really slow metabolism. That's just different for some people. There was no voiceover today because, you know, I do have a bench video. I do have a bench video on my channel. It's probably my most popular video that I've posted. You know, if 370 views is popular. So if you're wondering on like tips on that and why I do what I do, because a lot of people look at it and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Then I do have a video if you want to check that out. I didn't record an outro. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I just ended it there. What an outro, hey? That's a terrible outro. So just an update, just giving an update quickly of today. Today I benched again. This is like 3-4 days later. I was sick the other day. This video has taken a bit long to get out because of that. That was like a 2-day delay basically. I was just feeling terrible. But I did bench 125 kilograms today, so now starts the grind to 130. Yeah, so it's nice to be 5 kilograms closer to 140. Tomorrow I'm training legs. Great. Then I think I'm gonna film my back day. That is the day after tomorrow. I think because maybe I can explain what I do for back, because maybe that's an interesting video, I suppose. You know, when was the last time? I don't know. I don't remember the last time I filmed a back day. Can't remember. But I hope you guys enjoyed this new episode of episode 2, I think, of the road to 140 kilogram bench. I don't think it was a really good video. The title was kind of weird. I had the idea for the title, thought, oh, this would be a funny title. I don't think the video lived up to that title really. So yeah, I mean, it's not like it's gonna get many views, so it doesn't really matter, does it, at the end of the day? Making these videos is all about getting better at them. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video.